And I'm Jeffrey.
And welcome to our Youth Connect. Hi, guys. Welcome to Youth Connect. I hope that you guys are excited for another awesome episode. For those that are wondering where in the world is Kevin, Kevin has sent us a video, so do not worry. You will still get your interesting news and, of course, that interesting fact that's going to be shared. Don't worry. You'll still be able to get it. I'm actually going to keep it moving because, honestly, you guys have heard it before, but if you guys want to hear me say it one more time, I absolutely can. Let's go over really quick. For those who don't know, Youth Connect is a news, interest, entertainment show, and we are an all-ability crew wanting to share our stories with you, and whether that be live music, cooking knowledge, some interesting news like world news and local news, a little bit of video game news in there as well, or even some live music. It will be everything, a little mix of everything, as they say. It is definitely a show that I think that you are going to love, especially if you love learning about the news. My co-hosts are going to be here, which are Logan and Jeffrey, who are live right with me right now. But if you guys know, the first thing that we always have to do is some gaming news. Alright, guys, so if you guys don't know, the first thing that I always have to do is the game of the week. And for the past 2 weeks, I've been doing a free game that I think that you should check out. But today is actually very, very important because yesterday, or I think yesterday, was the release of the Nintendo World Championship NES genre, or technically just called Nintendo World Championships. And if you guys don't know, a lot of people don't know about this, but in the old days of the 1990s, there used to be something called the Nintendo World Championship. And during that time when the NES was popular in its day, we used to see people verse against each other with a roundabout kind of brawl, seeing who can complete this amazing Nintendo World Championship cartridge, which had a whole slew of games from Super Mario Bros., Legend of Zelda, and even Metroid, all crammed onto one console. And whoever won got a solid gold cartridge. But now, in recent years, the game is coming back and is bringing back the 1990 feel with it. You can start getting this game and start testing your speed running skills in over 150, way more than the original bite-sized challenges across NES system games. Relive memorable moments in classics like The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Bros. 3, Donkey Kong, Metroid, and other games. From gobbling up an enemy in Kirby's Adventure game to collecting coins in the Super Mario Bros. Game, you need to complete each challenge as quickly as you can. There are so many interesting things, from 13 different games to choose from and 150 challenges. The objectives in each can range from simple things like collecting coins to clearing an entire course or not getting hit in once. All it is a challenge of the best, and you can verse your friends on your Nintendo Switch to see who is the fastest of them all and who deserves the Nintendo Championship title. Now, there is a premium version and just the game version on itself. I actually like this, but now in recent years, there is something called Legend Challenges. If you're starting to feel confident in your skills or feel like or you just want to try something different, you can check out the more difficult Legend Challenges. These can be pretty tough. So if you find yourself having a hard time, check out the classified information section under the demo video. So in this game, there's a lot of stuff, but more importantly, if you guys know, oh, I know Nintendo Championships, oh, these challenges are too easy, you can check out the demo championships, and there's even a video telling you, can you survive these legendary challenges? I like it. I think it's interesting, and for a gamer like myself, I always appreciate having a more difficult option because sometimes the games that we've been playing nowadays are getting a little bit too easy. Also, you can play up to 8-player couch co-op or 8 players online and solo mode. And also, intriguingly, if you guys are excited, players can participate in timed online events. These rotating challenges will be available in both World Championship mode and Survival mode. And the first event happening is actually from now until July 22nd at 1:59 a.m. Pacific time. So, what do you say, guys? Are you up for the challenge? The challenge of the NES Nintendo World Championships. I think this game looks absolutely awesome. And on the screen right now is actually the premium version. It's actually really, really cool. It's awesome. And if you guys like NES games as much as I do, I recommend that you get up the Nintendo World Championship game. Now, I wouldn't say that you should get the premium version because obviously it's a lot. I mean, if you're really big in the Nintendo series, go for it by all means. But for me, I might just get the game because that sounds like a fun game. For 8 players, that's a lot of players. Anyways, though, this has been the first part, and I really, really hope that you check out Nintendo World Championships, especially if you have a Nintendo Switch. But secondly, next up is going to be Kevin, and he's going to be sharing with some all-important news, but of course, the very important fact that everybody loves.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to UConnect News. I'm your host, Kevin Aruja. Let's get right to the headlines. The flooding raises questions about Toronto's vulnerability to large storms. Grocery stores can sell ready-to-drink beverages as of today as the LCBO strike continues. This long-awaited feature has finally come to Presto. Design of Calgary's new arena expected to be revealed on Monday. A massive rainstorm which flooded roads, basements, and businesses in the city on Tuesday is raising questions about Toronto's preparedness when it comes to major weather events. The storm, which dumped a month's worth of rain on the city in a matter of hours, overwhelmed sewer systems and waterways, causing damage and hampering transit. While such storms are rare, they are not unheard of. Another storm about a decade ago in 2013 causes major flooding, submerging vehicles, and necessitating the rescue of passengers from a half-submerged GO train. With more adverse weather expected due to climate change, the city is undertaking flood mitigation over the past decade, including a massive project to reroute the mouth of the Don River to add floods protection in the Portland project, which marked a major milestone last week and is expected to be completed by the end of this year. The fact that the city has undertaking flood protection work over the past few years left some wondering why the city was then so overwhelmed by the Tuesday storm. However, she did not note that Ottawa has contributed a big way to flood protection with a project to naturalize the mouth of the Don River. Speaking on CP24 on Tuesday, the Environment Canada senior climatologist Dave Phillips said that while the city might typically see 1 or 2 thunderstorms with a heavy rain in a month, Tuesdays brought 3 in quick successions and infrastructure was not designed to cope. Chow directed staff to take another look following an outcry, but said in a time that it was important to have a plan that supports more green infrastructures, prevents flooding, and keeps water bills low. The shoppers could soon see an expanded selection of alcoholic beverages at the local grocery store, as the strike by LCBO workers continued to drag on. The 450 grocery stores that are licensed to sell alcohol in Ontario are committed to order ready-to-drink beverages and larger packs of beer as of today, meaning that the beverages could start showing up on some store shelves relatively soon. The province had previously set a date on August 1st to allow grocery stores to sell ready-to-drink cocktails, but announced earlier this week that it was moving up the timeline. Ready-to-drink beverages have been forefronted of the CBO strike, with the Ontario Public Services Employees Union had previously identifying as the key issues for its members. The Premier Doug Ford, for this part, has said that he is unwilling to budge when it comes to the government's plan to allow grocers to sell ready-to-drink cocktails. The LCBO outlets across Ontario have been shuttered since the talks broke down, and about 9,000 OPSEU members walked off on the job by July 5th. Talks between the union and the province resumed on Wednesday and are continuing today. The OPSEU has told us CTV News Toronto. Meanwhile, the province continues to move ahead with its plans to expand the sale of some alcoholic beverages. A spokesperson for the Ministry of Finance told CB24 earlier this week that the Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario has issued licenses to 3,153 convenience stores to sell beer, wine, cider, and ready-to-drink beverages since applications first opened on 17th of June. An additional 54 grocery stores have also been issued licenses. The Ontario government has previously indicated that the LCBO will retain the exclusive right to sell spirits in Ontario, even as it allows more retailers to sell other alcoholic beverages. The Toronto Transit riders looking to cut down on the wallet size and are finally getting a hand with an arrival of a much-awaited feature on the Presto card system. Starting on Tuesday, iPhone and Apple Watch users can add a virtual Presto card to the Apple Wallet, allowing them to ditch the physical card. Funds can be added to Presto card when an Apple Wallet through the Presto app or directly in the wallet. Monthly passes purchases in the Presto app can also be added to the Apple Wallet. Presto in Wallet can be used across the Greater Toronto and the Hamilton area. It does not currently work in Ottawa, and the feature requires iPhone 8 or later or iPhone SE. Presto in Wallet will also work on the Apple Watch Season 4 or later. If iPhone users turn on Express mode when they can tap their phone or watch the Presto reader to pay without having to unlock it with a Face ID or a passcode. The feature will keep working on a few hours when the device needs to be charged, completely powered off. Anyone making the switch should take note that once you transfer your Presto account to a virtual card in an Apple Wallet, the physical card linked to the account will no longer work. Anyone who wants to both a working physical card and a virtual card on the phone can create a second virtual Presto card in an Apple Wallet for free. While people have been able to use a credit or a debit card loaded onto the phone to pay for a transit for nearly a year, this is an advantage for some people to show a Presto card instead. Whether physical or virtual, some GTA transit agencies will still charge a cheaper fare for the Presto card versus other types of payments. Those with a senior or student discount also needs to use a Presto card in order to get the lower fare. You can find a detailed instructions for setting up Presto in Apple Wallet or on the Presto website. In sports news, the public will soon get to see the design of Calgary's new event center. The committee meeting is happening on Monday morning, and a public announcement to unveil the renderings is expected later that day, according to the councillors heading up to the city's committee. The city and its partners are on a track to submit the third and the final development permit for the building itself. Shares this design and break ground this summer, reached a statement from Sonia Sharp, the chair of the Event Center Committee. The Calgary Sports and Entertainment Corporation, the ownership group of the Calgary Flames, Wranglers, Hitmen, Roughnecks, and Stampeders, is expected to be part of Monday's unveiling. Monday will mark a significant milestone into the $1.2 billion project, which includes a community rink and infrastructure improvements in the area. The provincial government pledged $330 million to cover the infrastructure costs, half of the community rink, and the demolition of the Settle Dome. According to details in the final signed agreement, the project is scheduled to be completed on August 31st, 2026, and it turned over to the CSEC this next day. That could mean the Flames could open the 2026 to 27 NHL season at the new arena if it all goes according to schedule. In today's weather forecast, we've got mainly sunny this afternoon. The temperature is now 25 degrees. And tomorrow we'll get mainly sunny. The temperature will be 28 degrees. And now moving forward to an interesting fact of the week, I'm going to talk about potatoes. Yep, potato is my favorite. I like French fries though. So moving forward, the potato was the first domesticated vegetable in the region of modern-day southern Peru and extreme northwestern Bolivia. Between 8,000 and 500 BC, the cultivation of potatoes in South America may go back to 10,000 years, but tubers do not preserve well in the archaeological record, making identification difficult aside from actual remains. The potato is also found in a Peruvian archaeological record as a design influence of ceramic pottery, often in the shape of vessels. The potato has since spread around the world and has become a staple crop in most countries. So I have 6 facts about potatoes. The potato is the third most important food crop in the world after rice and wheat in terms of human consumption. More than a billion people worldwide eat potato, and global total crop production exceeds on 300 million metric tons. There are more than 4,000 varieties of native potatoes, mostly found in the Andes. They come in many sizes and shapes. Sorry about that. There are also over 180 wild potato species. Though they are not bitter to eat, the important biodiversity includes natural resistance to pests, disease, and climate conditions. Potato is vegetatively propagated, meaning that the seed or new plant can be grown for a potato or a piece of potato called a seed. The new plant can produce 5 to 20 new tubers, which will be genetic clones of a mother seed plant. Potatoes can grow from sea level up to 4,000 to 700 meters above sea level from southern Chile to Greenland. The 1 hectare of potato can yield 2 to 4 times the food quantity of the grain crops. Potatoes produce more food per unit of water than any other mature crop. They're up to 7 times more efficient in using water than cereals. They are produced in over 100 countries worldwide. Since the early 1960s, the growth in potato production area has rapidly overtaken all other crops in developing countries. It is a fundamental element that the food security for millions of people across South America, Africa, and Asia, including Central Asia. But there we come to the end of my segment. Tune in for next week's news, weather, and our very own interesting fact. This is Kamaruja, and it's back to you, Aiden.
How interesting is that? Now, actually, fun thing about potatoes is actually I have a friend named Spud. And actually, potatoes have two names, tubers and spuds. They are known for multiple different names and are used in so much culture. I will say, though, like out of all of my favorite potato dishes, I would have to say that I think that roasted potatoes are my favorite kind of potatoes. Now, for Jeff and Logan, especially you, Logan, I'm looking right at you, Logan. What is your favorite potato themed dish?
I mean, you can't go any wrong with French fries.
Oh, French fries are absolutely delicious potato dishes. That's a good choice there, Logan. What about you, Jeff? Favorite potato dish?
I'm not really a potato person, to be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. That's okay. You know what?
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna like potatoes, but I know that there's mashed potatoes. I know that there's roasted potatoes, French fries. Oh, what else is there? Ah, baked potatoes. Oh, absolutely delicious. Potatoes can be used in so many different ways. Gnocchi, which is a pasta dish made from potato. There's so many potato themed dishes, and it's so delicious to think about it. If you guys want to type in the chat, what is your favorite potato dish? Anyways, though, thank you so much for Kevin. You know, very important to get that interesting fact to get our conversation started. And time to bring you your second gaming news. So I actually am big in the modded community. I love seeing what's modded and what's going on. And recently, the best Simpsons game ever made has been ported to Sony's old but still beloved console, the PS Vita. And it looks like a pretty awesome way to replay the classic game. So, released in 2003, The Simpsons Hit and Run was a semi open world GTA like video game set in the world of Springfield and starring characters from the long running animated series. It was developed by Radical Entertainment and sold incredibly well and was beloved by fans of the show. It almost got a sequel with Planes, but sadly, that never happened. But we never got a new hit and run. Fans have spent the past 20 years modding and porting the original game. For example, someone has got the work or has done the work and got this popular open world game running nicely on a PS Vita. Very well, actually. So, thanks to the fan dev Xeno Arrows, there is Simpsons Hit and Run on the PlayStation Vita. Now, it's not a perfect experience. Sometimes the game's world doesn't fully render for a bit, and there's a bit of slowdown here and there, but it's not awful, and it looks still very playable. Now, awesomely enough, there's always a bazillion ways to play Simpsons Hit and Run. And also, one of the popular ways is playing it on the Steam Deck. But why am I talking about this? Why is this so interesting? Well, just like how we have jokes about the community making Doom on every single thing possible, including a Samsung fridge, which had Doom, people are now getting into porting the Simpsons Hit and Run game onto any console they physically can get their hands on. I've even heard that somebody's doing it for the NES, a D-make as they call it. So I'm very intrigued. I actually never played Hit and Run, but I've heard that it's incredible and it really sticks to its source material. And when a game sticks to its source material, it makes me want to play it. So I think I might need to check it out. You know what? Imagine a Switch port of Hit and Run. Oh, there's so many ways that you could play the game. You know, the last time it was ever released, like publicly, like on an actual console, was the PC. So after that, no PS4, no PS5, no Xbox, no Nintendo Switch, never was seen again. So hopefully in the future we get Hit and Run gets more popularity and maybe we get like a remake. Imagine that. It would be awesome. Anyways, though, the community is awesome and you should check out always what your community is up to because you know what? From the gaming community, there's so much stuff that happens. Anyways, I'm going to keep it moving and next up is Logan. I can't wait to hear what cooking knowledge he has to share upon us today because remember, Logan is our culinary chef.
Hello, everyone. I am Logan. And before I start, I'd just like to apologize for not being able to introduce myself at the beginning. Really bad time to get notifications, when you're live. But anyway, on to today's topic. I'll be taking you all through a little bit of a history lesson through the history of restaurants and food service as we know it. So by definition, a restaurant, as it will be for this topic, is a business that serves food and beverages to customers. That's the definition that I will use to piece together the history of restaurants. Now, our first topic would go all the way back to the beginning with what could arguably be considered the precursor to modern day restaurants, and those are the thermopolians, which were created by the ancient Greeks and the Romans. And they served ready-to-eat food and beverages. They could probably be considered the earliest form of fast food and were very popular among the poor and people who lacked private kitchens in their own homes. You can often find them in very busy streets. This is what one of these things would have looked like. This particular one was found in the ruins of Pompeii. Now, going a couple centuries later, during the 11th century, China would adopt probably the earliest form of full-service restaurants, where customers actually sat down in the establishment and ate their meals there. At the time, menus still did not exist yet, so waiters would often show the guests demonstration plates of their food options. They would then take their customers' orders and take them over to the chef. And so from China, further integration of food service would move on to Europe, where food service culture would spread among many European nations, where it would then be adopted into many businesses for extra revenue like inns, taverns, and cabaret clubs. These places would usually offer many food selections, and customers could even bring their own ingredients and have the chef whip them up a tasty meal for them. Now, during this whole time, the name restaurant still wasn't something that existed yet, but I'll be talking about that right now. What was the first restaurant to actually call itself a restaurant? And that restaurant was a particular food service establishment that was built in France in the year 1765 by one, oh boy, this name is a mouthful, give me a sec, by one Matherin Rose de Chantoizio. And anyway, her restaurant, which was simply called Restaurant, is essentially the origin for the name Restaurant. Specialized in cooking a bunch of restorative dishes, particularly restorative broths, that was its specialty, said to boost vitality and health. And so from that one single establishment, many others began calling themselves restaurants, and eventually that came to the definition of the restaurant that we know of today as a business that serves food and beverages to customers. Now, before I leave off, there is one more innovation to restaurants and the food service industry that I'd like to talk to you all about, and that is called the brigade system. So, in the year 1898, a renowned French chef named Auguste Escoffier, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Here's a nice little photo, a little portrait of him, created a system to break down tasks and assign specific stations to chefs. And this system was called the brigade system. And so basically the system worked by just splitting chefs into assigned roles to help streamline service. If you ever heard, and it is considered common practice to this day. This brigade system can be considered the origin behind many different kitchen roles in restaurants, such as the head chefs, the sous chefs, the sauciers who work on sauces, the prep chefs, chef de commis who just runs around helping out the other chefs, and also other kitchen roles like dishwashers. And yeah, it's very important. It really helped to streamline the food service industry and help a lot of the chefs help better streamline their business and make it a lot easier for their workers. So anyway, that just about concludes today's lesson on the history of restaurants as we know it. Thank you all for listening in, and back to you, Aiden.
Thank you so much, Logan. You know what? It's interesting to hear about it. So, if I could, Logan, oh my goodness, I am having a little bit of a brain blank at the moment. I apologize. Anyways, thank you so much, Logan, for the cooking knowledge. I very much appreciate it, and I bet our watchers or our listeners are enjoying it just as much. It's very important that we learn a little bit of cooking knowledge every single day. Anyways, time to move on to your third news, and that is actually a board game. And then we're going to do community news. So today's board game, if you guys know, we always have to do a video game and a board game. You know, we got to have two. We got to have two, video game and board game. Two of the same. Because remember, some people don't like video games, but I know some people love board games. And today's board game is The River of Gold. By the way, guys, next week is going to be a episode, actually next week's, and on the upcoming weeks, I'm going to be sharing board games that I have played, made by a specific producer, and I'm going to share them with you because I love these board games, and I think you should check them out. But anyways, today is The River of Gold. From the spine of the world mountains to the bustling fishing villages of Earthquake Fish Bay flows a river where fortunes can be made and lowly traders can brush shoulders with the elites. Will your clan become the dominant force along the River of Gold? So in River of Gold, you will be taking on the role of river merchants allied with legendary samurai clans, each trying to exploit the river to earn wealth, glory, and wisdom, and more along the banks of the busy river. Or will you rely upon sailing the River of Gold, growing your wealth and influence through delivery contracts so you can abuse the river and exploit it, or you can ride the waves and become a delivery contractor, visiting the nobility and garnering a bit of divine favor during tough times. River of Gold features a stunning embossed metallic gold game board illustrated by master fantasy cartographer Francesca Bayrold. In addition to looking beautiful, the gameplay is fast and clever with minimal downtime and a play time of just 1 hour. And to be honest with you, for board games, a playtime of 1 hour is pretty decent. You know what? It's not too long, but it's long enough where you can, get the enjoyment out of it. And apparently, there is a lot to learn with River of Gold, and each clan you choose shows a different type of adventure. So it depends. What are you going to do? Is you're going to be with that clan or this clan? You will have to change. Will you be surfing the waves, or are you going to be stealing the river of its gold? You never know. Your path will always change in River of Gold. I like this game. You know what? I like a quick, fast-paced game that is fun, interesting, and is gonna make me, a little bit excited. I think I might have to invite my sister over because I might need to get River of Gold. Anyways, here's your... Wait, actually, hold on. I'm making sure. Oh, wait, this just in. Wait, I got some interesting news. I hope you're ready. Okay, it is time for some community news. So our on week was absolutely amazing. Starting off at 9:30 was all about movement, getting up, shaking and twisting, doing our Tabata. Our community instructors worked so hard to inspire everyone to get up and exercise on to the beat, making fitness an energizing start to the day. I don't know about you guys, but it was a way to wake up. Holy moly. Monday was all about creating science experiments that make you go wow, from dancing popcorn all the way to color changing milk. Tuesday, we baked a Black Forest cake with Miss Jenna, and it was absolutely delicious. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't eat the cake. I ate all the ingredients separately. So I had the chocolate cake, some cherries, and a little bit of whipped cream here and there. Shh, don't tell. Thank goodness Miss Jenna's not in the chat, or else we would be in a little bit of trouble. I'm just messing with you. But Wednesday was art with me, and I actually taught a class with leftover cardboard roll because it's very important that we learn how to do art with as minimal of equipment as we can. And of course, on Friday, what we did today, we did a general knowledge quiz challenge. And interestingly enough, I'll tell you right now, Logan won this week's, but he only won this week. He won't win next week. I promise you that. I absolutely love it. It's great. It's a lot of fun. And you know what? You get to participate with community. And you know what? You get to have fun. And also for some garden club news, with all the rain, our community garden is thriving and bumblebees are absolutely everywhere. Oh, they're awesome. Now, I don't think that we can play videos, but I think we can try. So and just pollinating the flowers and just seeing them do their little bee dance makes me smile. It's absolutely amazing to see nature in its full glory. Anyways, guys, there has been your board game and your interesting community news. And next up, the final piece, we are going to be having Jeffrey, and Jeffrey's going to be bringing us some live music because he's our live musician.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeffrey, and I hope you're ready to jam out to some music. And I'm going to be playing Breakdown by Jack Johnson. I hope this old train breaks down and I can take a walk around, see what there is to see. This time's just a melody with all the people in the street walking fast as the feet can make them out just roll through town. Though my window's out of view with the frame I'm looking through, seems to have no force or how. So for now I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I bleed just old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. Listen to screams out loud, centipede gonna crawl westbound. I don't even make a sound, cause it's gonna sting me when I leave this town. Well, the people in the street walking fast as the feet can make them out just roll through town. From the window's got a view, frame I'm looking through seems to have no sort for now. So for now I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. But you can't stop at nothing if you got no control of the thoughts in your mind that you kept pretending you know. You don't know nothing, but you don't need nothing. The wisdom's in the trees, not the glass windows. You can't stop wishing if you don't let go. Things that you find that you lose and you know. You keep on rolling, put the moment on hold. The frame's too busted, put the blinds down, yeah. I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I need this Oh, train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. I need this old train to break down. Oh, please just let me please break down. Thank you, everybody. This is Jeffrey, your live musician. See you all next week. And make sure to check out my website, jeffreyhankeman.com. Anyways, back to you, Aiden. Bye, everybody.
So I don't know too much about Jack Johnson, Jeff, but from what I heard in the lyrics, it's all about not holding in your emotions and not breaking down. That's what the lyrics of the song was. I absolutely love it. You know what? He really sings to the soul. I really felt that song. Like I was like, wow, I could definitely relate to that song. I love. You know what? I think I might need to listen to more of Jack Johnson. Jeff, do you listen to a lot of Jack Johnson? Do you think I should listen to more songs?
Yep.
Okay, I definitely will. Thank you so much, Jeff. And I hope that everybody enjoyed that song. I hope it connected you guys a little bit more. It definitely connected with me. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode of Youth Connect. Now, remember, if you liked Youth Connect, I need you to do a few things for me. I need you to like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to click the notification bell.
That's it, Jeff. Thank you so much. Anyways, guys, I hope that you guys have an amazing weekend. Do something fun. Do something with family. Thank you so much to Jeff, and thank you so much for Logan for joining us for this Friday. And thank you guys all for tuning in. And we will see you all next week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you